So, should black men blame her? Coming right up. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Common Sense Logical Reason. And as always, I want to say thank y'all for joining me today. So, the body of a missing 19-year-old black woman was found on August 3rd. The family of Dacara Thompson, a Maryland native, was declared basically went missing the week prior to that. Now, the police has arrested her killer, 35-year-old Hispanic Hugo Hernandez-Mendez.
While a man who authorities say is in the U.S. illegally now stands accused in the killing of a 19-year-old woman in Maryland. Dacara Thompson's body was found last week, days after her family reported her missing. Authorities now charging Hugo Hernandez-Mendez with first and second-degree murder in her death. They say that Thompson was killed inside the suspect's bedroom, and there is surveillance video of her getting into a car that he had access to. Now, detectives are trying to determine if the two knew each other.
Now, the question should be asked then, should black men blame her for this? Well, anytime a black man is wronged, when dealing with because of dealing with a white woman, a lot of black women will say, well, that's what they get for dealing with the snow bunny. As if black men don't get wronged dealing with black women. Now, we know that Dr. Umar Johnson is the one that's going around referring to white women as snow puppets. Well, I mean, clearly Menendez was, clearly he was Hispanic. Ain't no doubt about that. So does that make him a sand puppy? And therefore, she was dealing with a sand puppy. So then, why should black men care? Because this black female lost her life. She wasn't dealing with black men. So again, every black man has the right to say, well, black men, I would say, have the right to say, well, that's what she get with dealing with a sand puppy. Now, me personally, I don't look at it that way. I see it as a woman who was wrong, killed by a man. A human being was killed by another human being, and that human being that killed who's basically the killer should be dealt with by the law. That's just how I look at it. I don't drag race into this. I don't drag race into it at all. But unfortunately, with black people, you know, as I said, the race Murphy's law, anything that can be race will be race. And if they can cry racism about something, they will. They'll cry racism, make race out of everything. But like I said, I'm not going to sit here and speculate on their relationship though, because as the report said, she was allegedly killed in his bedroom. So obviously they had some relationship going on. I don't know if they were dating or if she was selling sex, but she was dealing with him in some form of fashion regardless. I don't believe that it was right that he killed her, and I see that he's wrong. But you can't blame a black man, any black man out here, for saying, well, that's what she gets for dealing with a non-black man. Because this is what black women do all the time. Again, black women get in their feelings every time a black man is in a relationship with a non-black woman. And again, I'm not going to say all black women, but more than enough for it to be an issue. So you cannot blame any black man for saying, well, we're unbothered, it's not our concern, because she was dealing with a sand puppy or a non-black man. Anyway, y'all, that's my 2 cents on this. You know, my prayers go out to the family. You know, sad to see a 19-year-old child. In some instances, people say she was a child, but she was an adult. But to her parents, that's their child. They lost their child at the young age of 19 before she could even have a life. So my thoughts and prayers go out to her family. But I could not blame any black man for saying, well, we're unbothered. Anyway, y'all, as always, until next time.